السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. I hope you have enough energy. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. MashaAllah. Thank you very much. On behalf of the Al Rahma School teachers and the Somali Bravanese Welfare Association staff, may I first of all extend the warmest welcome to all our distinguished guests, parents, teachers, and the entire students of Al Rahma School. And thank you all wholeheartedly for joining us in celebrating our achievements on this elegant evening Al Rahma annual event ceremony. Our annual event is known to be an evening with excellent fun and fraternity, and I hope you will all once again have a most enjoyable time in this joyous and memorable occasion. I sincerely thank you for your presence tonight. First of all, I'm appreciating to be here to express my immense gratitude to the support and trust given by the friends of Somali Bravanese Welfare Association and all the parents of Al Rahma School. For sure you all know it has not been an easy thing since we lost our beloved center, which we all call the second home since we moved to this country. But with the support from the council, parents, teachers, and the trustees of Somali Bravanese Welfare Association, we are here today to celebrate our achievements and the achievement of the students of Al Rahma School. I recognize that some of you here are here for the first time, may not be aware of what Al Rahma School is about, even more fundamentally what we do and what Somali Bravanese Welfare Association does. Setting the scene today, let me start my remarks by calling Dr. Abdishakur Muhammad Ali to come forward to tell you what Al Rahma School is about and why we are here today. فليتفضل.
الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد وقال الله سبحانه وتعالى في القرآن الكريم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد, to proceed, my name is Dr. Abdishakur Muhammad Ali. I'm a fully qualified GP. Going back 20 years ago, I was here like one of those youngsters. I was also a student from Al Rahma School, and Alhamdulillah, I've been with them since then as a student, as a teacher, and as a senior teacher. Al Rahma School, as you can see from the name, it means the School of Mercy. Our aim is to help nurture our children, not to increase the Islamic knowledge, but most importantly, we want them to be great individuals that will be great ambassadors for our religion and also for our school so that they can serve humanity in a better way. And Alhamdulillah, for the last 20 years, the madrasa has been going through success. Although we've had some hardship, the most tragic event was 2013 when our center burned down. It's due to this reason that unfortunately, almost every year, we're moving to new areas to hold our annual events. And our annual event, it's one of the most important days in our calendars. It's a day where we celebrate the hardship, the endurance, and the effort of our students, our teachers, and our parents. It's a day where everybody celebrates their good deeds, and those who worked hard in madrasa is a day where they are given their rewards. And Alhamdulillah, each time our annual event is also very progressive. The main thing for our madrasa is we make sure that our school is not reliant on one person. every time we also train our youngsters so that in the future, the different people come on stage to present to you. And alhamdulillah, today, most of the presentations will be done by our students, and also most of the introductions will be done by our students. And I will inshallah try and proceed, and I will ask my brother Mustafa Mahmoud Al-Had to continue with the program and to introduce the children.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I can't hear you lot. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Jasmine, and I am here to introduce the after-school students, and they are going to perform a beautiful nasheed for you lot. I hope all of you lot enjoy it and enjoy the rest of your day.
And I am one of the lucky students finishing the Quran this year. I would like to thank my parents and my teachers for helping me.
And my name is Faiz Abdul Qadir Yusuf, and I am also one of the lucky students finishing the Quran this year. And I would also like to thank all my parents and my teachers.
I will be reading an extract from Surah Al Rahma in the Quran, from Ayah 1 to 23.
And I will be translating what my sister Bahja reads.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الرحمن علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان. الشمس والقمر بحسبان والنجم والشجر يسجدان. صدق الله العظيم.
The most merciful taught the Quran, created man, and taught him eloquence. The sun and the moon move by precise calculations, and the stars and the trees prostrate. And the heavens he raised and imposed the balance, that you do not transgress within the balance. So establish weight with justice and do not make deficient the balance. The earth he laid out for the creatures, therein is fruit and palm trees having sheaves of dates, and grains having husks and sweet-smelling plants.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
قرآني نور وشفاء يهديني إلى الحق السماء. قرآني نور وشفاء يهديني إلى الحق السماء. وأنا بالسمع وبالطاعة أتفيأ من الجنة.
السماء قرآني نورا وجفاء يهديني للحق السماء. قرآني بالسمع والطاعة أتفيأ من الجنة.
قرآني معاني في صدري يزدير جمالا كالبدر. قرآني معاني في صدري يزدير جمالا كالبدر. أحياه بعز وبفقر تتلألأ منه السماوات.
قرآني نور وشفاء يهديني للحق السماء. قرآني نور وشفاء يهديني للحق السماء. قرآني بالسمع والطاعة وأريح من الجنة.
قرآني يسمو بحياتي ويهذب روحي وصفاتي. قرآني يسمو بحياتي ويهذب روحي وصفاتي. ما أعظمها من آياتي ترفع للعبد الدرجات.
قرآني نور وشفاء يهديني للحق السماء. قرآني نور وشفاء يهديني للحق السماء. أتبيأ من الجنة.
يا ربي فاشفعني فيه واجعلني منه وإليه. يا ربي فاشفعني فيه واجعلني منه وإليه. واصرف عني كل الضيق فتقبل تلك الدعوات.
قرآني نور وشفاء يهديني للحق السماء. قرآني نور وشفاء يهديني للحق السماء. وأنا بالسمع وبالطاعة أتفيأ من الجنة.
يا ربي فاشفعني فيه واجعلني منه وإليه. يا ربي فاشفعني فيه واجعلني منه وإليه. واصرف عني كل الضيق فتقبل تلك الدعوات.
قرآني نور وشفاء يهديني للحق السماء. قرآني نور وشفاء يهديني للحق السماء. وأنا بالسمع وبالطاعة أتفيأ من الجنة.
We hope you enjoyed our performance.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for everyone. Thank you, Abu Bakr, for calling me down. My name is PC Majid Yunus. I work from Totteridge. I cover the council ward of Totteridge, Safe and Neighbourhood team. And overall, we're part of one of the council wards in Barnet. One of the reasons I'm also here is to see you guys, interact with you guys, but also to advise you and just tell you guys that there are issues out there. We need to work together. If you are a victim of any kind of crime, make sure you report it to us. There's ways to report it. You can ring obviously 999 or 101, but there's also online facilities for you guys to go on and report certain crimes. The other thing is for the communities to get to know who their local officers are. So you can go on the Met Police website, type in your postcode, and you should be able to work out who your local team is. Please engage with them, please interact with them. If there are issues which we don't know, but the communities do know, invite us in, tell us what the issues are, and inshallah together we can work out what these issues are and deal with them for you guys. If there's anything else, you can get in contact with me through Mr. Abu Bakr. Other than that, go online, check out what the latest information is. If there are issues out there, we need to know about them. If you're not telling us, then we don't know about them. So hopefully working together and seeing the future, inshallah. Mashallah is bright. Very good nasheeds and Nazi is reading. And thank you for having me down.
The Quran is not a book of science, but a book of science. There are more than 6,000 signs in the Holy Quran, which more than 1,000 deal with hardcore science.
The aim of the game is to answer as many questions correctly as possible. If you get a question right, your team will earn a point. Who do you think will win? Let the game begin. On which night was the Quran first revealed?
Oh, I know, it's Christmas.
Not quite right. Have another chance.
It's Halloween.
Not quite. This question now goes to Oxford.
Laylatul Qadr.
Excellent. Oxford gets a point. Question number 2. How many years did it take for the complete revelation of the Quran?
I know. 27.
Well done. Point goes to Cambridge. Question number 3. What does the Quran say about the protection of a fetus in the mother's womb?
Quran says that the fetus is protected by 3 veils or layers. Quran says the fetus is protected by 3 veils of darkness. Quran says, يَخْلُقُكُمْ فِي بُطُونِ أُمَّهَاتِكُمْ خَلْقًا مِّن بَعْدِ خَلْقٍ فِي ظُلُمَاتٍ 3 ذَلِكُمُ اللَّهُ رَبُّكُمْ لَهُ الْمُلْكُ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا هُوَ فَأَنَّىٰ تُصْرَفُونَ. He makes you in the wombs of your mothers in stages one after another in 3 veils of darkness. The 3 veils of darkness mentioned in the Quran refer to anterior abdominal walls of the mother, the uterine wall, the amniochoric membrane. Modern biology has revealed that the embryological development of the baby takes place in the manner revealed in the verse in 3 dark regions. Moreover, advances in the science of embryology show that these regions consist of 3 layers each.
Well done, Amina.
2 points to Cambridge and 1 point to Oxford.
Question number 4. Does the Quran mention anything about the creation of the universe?
Yes, the Quran talks about the creation of the universe, which in science is termed as the Big Bang Theory. The Quran contains the following verse regarding the origin of the universe. Do not the unbelievers see that the heavens and earth were joined together as one union of creation before we clove them asunder? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وجعلنا في الأرض رواسي أن تميد بهم وجعلنا فيها فجاجا سبلا لعلهم يهتدون. He created the heavens and the earth from nothing. He created the heavens and the earth from nothing. This verse proves the scientific fact that the universe came into being through an explosion which had a single point mass that had zero volume.
MashaAllah. Question number 5. How many times is the word Allah repeated in the Quran?
Is it once?
Not quite right. Would Oxford like to try?
Is it 2,698 times?
Well done.
3 points to Oxford and 2 points to Cambridge.
Question number 6. How many Mekki surahs are there in the Quran?
86 surahs.
Well done. Question number 7. How many Madani surahs are there in the Quran?
28 surahs.
She said that. Question number 8. Which is the smallest surah in the Quran?
Is it Surah Al-Ikhlas? No, wait, sorry. It's Surah Al-Kawthar.
Excellent.
Takbir!
Takbir! Question number 9. What does the Quran state about the motion of the sun?
The Quran says that the sun, moon, and all celestial bodies rotate in their own axis. Previously, scientists and physicists thought that the sun was stationary and did not rotate about its axis like the earth. However, Quran confirmed the truth 1,400 years earlier that the sun rotated in its own axis, which was discovered only recently. It is mentioned in the Quran. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وهو الذي خلق الليل والنهار والشمس والقمر كل في فلك يسبحون. It is He who created the night and the day and the sun and the moon. All celestial bodies just swim along, each in its own rounded course. The sun travels at about 240 kilometers per second and takes 200 million years to perform one revolution of our center of our Milky Way galaxy.
Well done, Sharifa. Question number 10. Name the prophet whose name is mentioned and discussed most in the Quran.
Prophet Musa mentioned 136 times.
MashaAllah.
Question 11. Does the Quran mention the stages of embryonic development of a fetus?
Yes, the Quran precisely describes the different stages of the embryonic development of the fetus. It is mentioned in the Quran. We created man from clay. Then we made him into a drop of sperm, into a place of rest firmly fixed. Then out of that sperm we created a fetus lump. Then out of that lump we created a clot of congealed blood. Then we developed out of it another creature. So blessed be Allah, the best creator.
Takbir! Takbir!
My name is Amina Bakar Bana, and I am one of the students finishing the Quran this year. We would like to thank our teachers, family, and friends for supporting us along the way. We have worked very hard this year and have accomplished our personal goals of memorizing the Quran from Surah An-Nas to Yasin and completing the recitation of the whole Quran. It has been difficult for us since the loss of our beloved building, but this makes us strive to work harder for the Muslim community. We aim to maintain this optimism as we look forward to our new building whenever it may be ready. We are glad that you could join us in celebrating all our achievements of this year. I would like to leave you with the following hadith. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, envy is permitted only in two cases: a man whom Allah has given wealth and he disposes of it rightfully, and a man whom Allah has given knowledge which he teaches and applies it. Thank you for joining us on our special day. We hope you enjoy our presentation on the Quran and science. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
My name is Ismail Yusuf, and I am finishing the Quran this year. And I am on a mission to find out how the universe was created. For who are me? Maybe my friends Khalid and Zakaria from Al Rahma school can. They did finish the Quran. They should be able to help me, right? I heard you two are graduating this year. That means you must know how the universe was created. Please tell me.
Centuries ago, God sent down the Quran to mankind as a book of guidance. He called upon people to be guided to the truth by adhering to this book. From the day of its revelation to the day of judgment, this last divine book will remain the sole guide for humanity. The Quran has many miraculous attributes, proving that it is a revelation from God. One of these miraculous attributes is the fact that a number of scientific truths that could not have been known at the time of the Quran's revelation are expressed in an extremely concise and profound manner in its verses. Of course, the Quran is not a book of science. However, many scientific truths that could not have been known at the time of the Quran's revelation are stated in its verses. This is further proof that the Quran is a revelation from God.
In order to understand the scientific miracles of the Quran, we must first take a look at the level of science when the Quran was revealed. In the 7th century, when the Quran was revealed, the Arab society had many superstitious and groundless beliefs where the scientific issues were questioned. Lacking the technology to examine the universe and nature, these earlier Arabs believed in legends inherited from their past generations. They supposed, for example, that mountains held the sky above. They also believed that the earth was flat and had two mountains at its both ends.
What did the Quran say about the universe? Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam lived in the desert, so maybe they did not know about oceans being on earth. So how much did they know about the universe? Maybe one of them knew what deserved the Nobel Prize of the 14th centuries. In 2011, 3 scientists, Brian Schmidt, Sal Perlmutter, and Adam Rice, were awarded the Nobel Prize because they had studied 10 supernovas and explosions. They had found out that the rate of the universal expansion was increasing. The committee confirms that this discovery was surprising to everybody, even the winners of the prize. The Quran says it wasn't that surprising. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم والسماء بنيناها بأيد وإنا لموسعون صدق الله العظيم.
So how can any literate person declare facts so deeply scientific where no human being at this age was able to talk about these facts without making any mistake during his declaration? I am not looking for Islam, I am looking for the truth. Whenever, whatever, whoever it is, I just want proof.
Second, the miraculous scientific aspect of the Quran. There are some discoveries that were discovered lately in the 20th and 21st century that helped us understand some verses of the Quran that we could not fully understand like before.
This is what Muslims like to call the miracles of the Quran. Many of them are really awesome, and when you contemplate upon them, it's amazing. It cannot be the word of a human being. The Holy Quran is different from all divine books. It is also different from religious books because it is filled with universal connotations.
The scientific miracles in the Holy Quran show the detailed and accurate scientific reporting of the human body, from the start of each conception in the womb as well as other anatomy issues. Showing those developmental stages of man and his original creation, the Holy Quran has shown the detailed differentiation of the embryo, using accurately minor stages and descriptive terms that totally comply with the actual stages of the embryo. Allah, the one and only, said, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ولقد خلقنا الإنسان من سلالة من طين ثم جعلناه نطفة في قرار مكين ثم خلقنا النطفة علقة فخلقنا العلقة مضغة فخلقنا المضغة عظاما فكسونا العظام لحمة ثم أنشأناه خلقا آخر فتبارك الله أحسن الخالقين صدق الله العظيم.
What is the element that is involved in every living cell in our organisms? This needs a biologist. But it said in the desert 1,400 years ago, and tell someone that everything you see has got water in its composition, he would not have believed you for sure. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم أولم ير الذين كفروا أن السماوات والأرض كانتا رتقا ففتقناهما وجعلنا من الماء كل شيء حي أفلا يؤمنون. Did the unbelievers who do not accept the teaching of the Prophet not realize that the heavens and the earth were one solid mass, and then we tore them apart and made every living being out of water? Would they then not believe? There was no proof of the fact until the microscope was invented. So we had to wait till it was discovered that the protoplasm, which is the main substance of the cell, is about 80% water.
In 1694, there was a theory which was called the pre-formation of creation, and this was supported by Hartsocker, and he has shown that the man created by sperm only and introduced a drawing to this which is laughing now if you see it. By 1839, the two Germans, Schwein and Sladen, had identified the cells of a man and mentioned that this was the fundamentals for the human creation. By 1985, those scientists realized that the sperm is a living cell as well as the ovary. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم خلق من ماء دافق يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب. He is created from a drop emitted preceding the backbone and the ribs.
In the past decade, the scientific community recognized the test of the falsification theory which was presented by the Quran. If you claim that this book is untruthful, do so prove it. Write verses like this to try and falsify it. For 14 centuries, no one could do it, which proves it's a true book.
In 1875, the German scientist Richard Hertwig has noticed for how the sperm fertilizes the ovaries, and he proves by this that they are equally participating key information of the fertilized ovum. And by this time, he was the first man to describe the fertilization process between the sperm and the ovum. So before all his stages, the Quran has described with miraculous accuracy, showing the developmental stages arranged in the proper way without using any of these techniques and endoscopes.
There is a trait in the Quran that doesn't exist in any other book, where the Quran mentions certain information to the reader, saying that there is no manuscript saying that you didn't know it before. Not you, nor your people. The polytheistic
inhabitants of Mecca who, in furious animosity of Islam, did not disclaim this information to the reader, saying that they didn't know or that they knew where Muhammad brought this from, or they already know it. They could never challenge this information because they were really new to that.
Professor Dr. Maurice Bucaille, the famous French surgeon, said, "The full match between the Quran and the modern science totally perceives, refutes and disproves the assumption made from those who claim that the Quran is the word of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So the comprehensive expressions from the Quran assure that this is the word of Allah, for sure not words of any human being, including the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam."
When the Quran talks about the organism that showed extreme accuracy of expression in Arabic, the verse changes according to the gender. So the Quran uses the term that expresses the bees that build. The bee cells are females. But how did Muhammad know that? Also, when the Quran talks about ants, it says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم حتى إذا أتوا على واد النمل قالت النملة يا أيها النمل ادخلوا مساكنكم لا يحتمنكم سليمان وجنوده وهم لا يشعرون صدق الله العظيم.
Solomon said, "It is a female ant," and he proved that the ant was a female queen. The Holy Quran says the ants talk to each other. This was a scientification at the time, and that is exactly what Professor Robert Teitling discovered in the 90s after 6 years of studying. The ants really were talking to each other. There is another hint in the Quran. It uses the term crack and not any other verbs. It is now known that ants have solid external skeletons that are actually cracked.
Not only did Professor Dr. Maurice Bucaille, a famous French surgeon, but also Professor Dr. Charles Partimer, a professor of neurosurgery in Cornell University, where he said, after he knew of verse 56, Surah An-Nisa in the Quran, where Almighty says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إن الذين كفروا بآياتنا سوف نصليهم نارا كلما نضجت جلودهم بدلناهم جلودا غيرها ليذوقوا العذاب إن الله كان عزيزا حكيما.
As often as their skins are roasted, burned fully through, we shall change them for fresh skins so they may taste the penalty. After acknowledgement of these verses, he thought and said that the pain, sensitivity, and how it happened was something we needed to study for decades. And the Holy Quran said it in just one statement. So what will happen next? If Allah wills, are some of the scientific facts mentioned in the Holy Quran, as I would like to call it always, the nectar of science that is potentially latent in the Holy Quran.
It is beyond the reality that all these miracles, all those facts, destinations, philosophy, astronomy and biology, without one mistake, any one little mistake, because it can never be a human's feature. One of the most surprising things to the Western readers is that after reading carefully some of the chapters of the Quran, they find that it's not what they expect it to be, and much of what they have read, they go away after reading the Holy Quran. So it comes to being an old book of the desert that responds to current questions of man being, more like a sea of knowledge to put in our libraries. Each verse of the Book of God contains knowledge that can be perceived by humans in order to develop science and unlock the secret of the universe and all the creation.
My name is Zakaria Muhammad, and I think bar about 10 people, I think you all know me. I don't know if I need to introduce myself, but for the sake of those who don't, I'm one of the teachers here at Al Rahma School, and the last year and a half I've been in charge of our Quran Hifz continuous assessment. So what is that? To be honest, I just made up that title just now for the speech. It was the story behind our Quran Hifz assessment. Continuous assessment was before in our last annual ceremony. the students had Quran assessments at the end of the year. And one of our beloved teachers, Auntie Fawzia, she came up with an idea on how to help them prepare for this Quran. So what she decided is that in the months before, that we would start testing them portion by portion, juz by juz. And slowly, and just as a preparation for their final exam. And we found that this helped them greatly, whether they realize it or not, or whether they agree or not actually.
These are the Al Rahma school graduates. Everyone wants to take a picture with them, but before they move, we have a special guest with us. We have guests from London Assembly representing Barnet and Camden, Andrew Dismo, to come forward to give us a small talk and so that we can all benefit. And he's one of the supporters of Somali Bravanese from the beginning until today. He's always with us whenever we have an event. Welcome.
Assalamu alaikum, and thank you for inviting me along today. The students have done really well, haven't they? I mean, so much to learn and so much to remember. I think it's really impressive that even the little ones have done so well. And I think what's also impressive is how the community have been able to keep together, keep motivated after so long since that terrible fire when the centre burned down 4 years ago. And I think it's great that now, I understand from September, we're going to start seeing the new centre being built. And I'm sure the new centre is going to be bigger and better than the old one. So, thank you for inviting me. Thank you for this afternoon, which is such a great celebration of achievement by the students from the school, and have a good rest of the afternoon. Thank you.
I would like to call Flo Armstrong, Leslie Holland, our councillor, Barry Rowling, once we are ready, are my audience ready? Thank you. I would like to read a statement, and particularly why I want to read this statement, I want to read it in front of Andrew. This statement is from John Luton. Barnet Council remains committed to providing a new community centre for use by the Somali Bravanese Welfare Association as soon as possible. Over £5 million has been committed to fund the building, and planning permission has been secured. We have had some problems getting a contractor to build the centre, and we sincerely apologise for the delay. A construction partner has now been secured, and the build will be starting at Tarling Road in September. And will complete by the middle of 2018. I would like to thank Abu Bakr and his colleagues for their patience and understanding. We really value the SBWA, the Somali Bravanese Welfare Association, as a community organisation in Barnet, and want to make sure we continue a positive relationship into the future.
Before I start, I would like to call our local councillors to come forward to join us, and Councillor Arjun, Councillor Pauline, Councillor Martin, can please come forward. I would like to speak in Somali language to speak the community. waxaan rabaa inaan af Soomaali ku hadlo. sababta loo hadlayo waxa weeye waxaan haysanaa warqad ka socotay kansalka iyo dhammaan madaxdii kansalka halka taagan waxay ballan qaadeen in dhismaha uu bilaabmi doono bishan September sanadkan lagu jiro ayuu bilaabmi doonaa insha Allah. sababtaan u yeernay ayagana hortiin istaagaan inaysan ballantii ay qaadeen isan dib u dhicin inay ballantii qaadeen inay fuliyaan maadaama ay hortiina taagan yihiin hadda waxa weeye idinkina inaad ogaataan waxaan wadnaa warqad ka socota ninka ugu sarreeya kansalka oo qoray warqadan asagoo dhahaya anoo ku hadlaya magaca kansalka waxaan waa inaan caddeeyo in dhismaha uu bilaabi doono dhismahaasoo qarashkiisu gaari doono ilaa iyo 5 milyan pound lacagta ingiriiska ah ayaa laga dhisi doonaa insha allah dhibaatada keentay inuu dhismaha dib u dhaco wuxuu ahaa duruufo badan taasoo ka mid ah sidii loo dhisi lahaa dhismo cusub ama meel cusub lagu dhiso iyo plaankii iyo dadkii dhisi lahaa ayaa lagu tala jiray laakiin hadda waxaa la ballan qaaday in dhismaha uu bilaabmi doono insha allah bisha September una dhammaan doono insha allah sanadka soo socda September dhismo cusub inaan aadi doono waxaan haysanaa muddo ilaa 12 bilood gudihiisa inuu dhismahani uu diyaar u noqdo waxaan idinka cudur daaranaynaa in dib u dhaca uu ku dhacay dhismahaasi sidaa daraaddeed waxaan rabaa microphone inaan qafo u wareejiyo aan ka hadlo waxay iyaga dhahay doonaan I would like now to ask everyone here to tell us your commitment about this building. This community stand in front of you or sit in front of you. They want answers. I'm going to ask from Flo Armstrong. She representing Barnet Council. Flo, I am a school also there. In a arita ka hadasho. Iyadi ayaa hadda ku wareejinaya microphone-ka. Flo Armstrong.
Hello, can you hear me? Thank you very much, and I'm so pleased to be here. I have been to most of your annual events, and I think they're absolutely brilliant. And firstly, I want to endorse the message from John Houghton. I was there when he wrote that message, and so I'm looking forward to the next event being at the new centre. Also, can I just say that I'm a Greek Cypriot, and there's a word that we use in Greek, which means wonderful or brilliant. And I've heard it used a few times today, and in the hope that I'm saying the right words, mashallah, mashallah.
I would like to ask Leslie Holland from Barnet Council also to give us a comment.
Good afternoon. I'm very pleased to be here with you. 4 years since a tragic fire at Coppitt's Wood, and like Flo, I absolutely endorse the words of John Houghton and the commitment that the council has shown, and I look forward to the centre being built in 2018.
I would like to ask again Andrew Dismo, North London Assembly, to confirm the statement in front of the community. What is your input?
Well, as I said before, I think it's vital that we get the new centre built and opened as quickly as possible. 4 years so far has been far too long, been far too much messing about, and the sooner the better as far as I'm concerned.
I think you all know Councillor Barry. Barry's face is not new for you guys. Councillor Barry, the leader party of Labour in Barnet, and also opposition leader in Barnet. Councillor Barry, what's your commitment of this centre?
Well, I hope you realise my commitment's 100%. It does make me think about how these things go round. 25 years ago, I used to run the old barn. The Somali Brahminage Welfare Association, quite a new group, was there. So I remember Abu Bakr when he was a young man. Back a few years. So 23 years, 24 years later, I'll be back in the same building, welcoming the Somali Brahminage Welfare Association to their own centre in a proper place in the community.
When we build our new centre, we are in Tarling Road, and Tarling Road is covered by Councillor Arjan. Is here, and I hope he welcome us when we come to the new centre. What are you telling to our community who sits in front of you?
Thank you. Is there anyone here from East Finchley? Let's have a shout out. One. Is that it? A few more. Come on. One or two behind you. Your centre set up in East Finchley in the first place. This really is you coming home back to our community. I've supported that from the beginning and I'll support that back to the end. This has not been a controversy-free process. I know that. I take the hit from other residents who are not entirely happy about it. But I've been with you all the way and I always will be. Don't forget that. I'll always be with you.
I'm asking Councillor Pauline, former our buildings, Pravani Center in Muswell Hill. She was the councillor at that time and she's here with us now. Councillor Pauline, what are you telling the community?
Thank you. Is it on? Is it, yeah? It's lovely to be here with you today. Because of work, I've missed a couple of the previous celebrations you've had. But I can never forget what you all felt and what we felt when the fire took place. And I said then, yes, the building will get replaced and now we can see the end in sight. But the building doesn't have legs, the building doesn't breathe. It's you that is the community. It's you that has been strong and we still want to be here to support you. We want to be there when it opens again and continue to support you through the years. It's been a privilege to share this with you today and that we'll share many more days to come. Thank you very much.
As we all know that most of our members are coming from either East Finchley or the Collindale side. Most of the Collindale side, we have our councillor here, Councillor Regras. She also needs to talk to our members in Collindale. What are you going to tell them?
Hello, I'm going to ask the same question. How many of you here are from Collindale? Put your hands up. Hooray! That's very, very good. Now, what I would like to say is when you get this centre, that is giving a wide message to the community, to the rest of the community. There's no room in Barnet for hate crime. There's no room in Barnet for antisocial behaviour. That's why you're getting this centre back. That's the message that centre will give everybody.
We are still here. I think still members are asking questions and Asma will answer their questions.
It's me again. A lot of mothers have been asking me the same question for the last 4 years. I know sometimes it seems like I'm lying, but now I want you to all realize the fact that what I have been telling you over and over, giving you hope and saying, hopefully next year we'll have our centre back. But that was making us even stronger and stay more united and closer. Think about it. I keep saying for the last 4 years, hopefully next year, and it did take 4 years. But eventually now, I have evidence here, as you can all see, in writing. I read you a statement. What does my statement say, what I just read to you all? September. So now, what does that mean? We have hope and it's our dream coming to reality. Thank you all, parents.
We did one photo together as an evidence that September next year will be to our centre. We have all our leaders and the members of the Barnet Council who are committed to build the centre. And you heard a statement from the Chief Executive of London Borough of Barnet, John Houghton. Thank you. Final statement is, in front of the leaders and the member of the Barnet Council, I'm telling them in front of them, this picture we took in front of you is going to be printed and given every member a copy for them to come and ask you next year where the centre is there, and they're expecting your face to be here.
اللهم لك الحمد كله ولك الملك كله وبيدك الخير كله وإليك يرجع الأمر كله علانية
We have special visitors, community elders who came all the way from different places, and I also like to call them upon so that they can see the achievement of the community members, the youth, what they have been doing, our students, what they have been doing. They are here today. We have guests from Sweden, from Tanzania, Zanzibar, and all other guests, some of them coming from Manchester. We cannot call all of them. I know we have special elders today, but I'll try to call some of them just to come in front to help us giving the certificates. I'd like to call upon Haji Shafi, Munye Mayani, Mohammed Jailani. Now going to level 1. Number 5, Hadia Shah. Number 4, Nawal Jama Abdi. Zakaria Muhammad Isa and Zalad Wardak. Number 3, Huda Jama. Number 2, Nawal Jama. And number 1, Najma Jama. Before we start giving them their diplomas, their certificates for graduating Al Rahma School, I would like to call upon some people to help. I'm going to call upon Baba Ali Muhammad Bana Ali to come on the stage.